Chapter 18 Blasting a Passage to the Center of the Earth. These two letters, engraved on this spot hundreds of years ago, shocked me. It was astounding. I could no longer doubt Arne Saknussemm's existence or the fact that he had made this incredible journey nearly 400 years before us. My uncle was ecstatic and decided to call the spot Cape Saknussem. I forgot all of our past perils and the future dangers of our return. If Saknussem had done it, so could we. We returned to get Hans and the raft. Now we shall go down. It is now only 1,500 leagues to the center of the globe, my uncle said. Let's get started, I cried. Hans had made everything ready for our instant departure. We took our places and set off. The wind was not favorable, however. Sometimes the water was too shallow to pass easily over. At last, after 3 hours of sailing, we reached a place to land. I jumped ashore, followed by my uncle and Hans. I was still ready to keep going forward. My uncle switched on his spoon course apparatus. We tied the raft to the shore. The mouth of the tunnel was only 20 yards from us. We headed for it without a moment's delay. The opening, which was almost round, was about 5 feet in diameter. The dark passage was cut out in the live rock. It was lined with a coat of eruptive matter. The interior was level with the ground outside, so that we were able to enter without difficulty. We were suddenly halted by an enormous blockage. There was no way around it. I was disappointed. My uncle paced from side to side in the narrow passage. But how did Saknussem get around it? I asked. Was he stopped by this barrier of stone? My uncle wondered. No, I replied. I could tell by the rock and its position that it had fallen after Saknussem traveled here, and that this gallery was once open. If we don't destroy it, we won't reach the center of the earth. Let's try our pickaxes, or the spade, my uncle cried. That would take us too long. Let's mine the obstacle and blow it up, I said without hesitation. Oh yes, it is only a bit of rock to blast. Hans, to work, my uncle said. I was very excited. While Hans worked to prepare a hole for the gunpowder, I helped my uncle prepare a slow match of wet powder encased in linen. By midnight, the charge was rammed into the hole. The slow match uncoiled along the gallery and showed its end outside the opening. Only a spark was needed to ignite our fuse. Tomorrow, said my uncle. I had to wait 6 long hours.